Hey guys, welcome to Excel tutorial channel again and another episode of round function and formulas in Excel. So we have covered the round basics and we have also dived deep into that round function. So we are moving forward to the round up function in this video. So you are going to learn the round up function using decimal values, using a date, and count the repeating values with the help of round up function. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do it, because we are going to cover each and every part of Excel, whether it's a formula or a Power Query or a Power BI, or if it's a macros, which we are going to cover in detail in upcoming months, weeks and years. So without further ado, let's get started. So here we have a demo sheet. If you want to practice it with us, then you can download the sheet following the first link in the description box, which will redirect to our website, and from our website you can download this particular sheet. You will find just below our video player there. So you should follow that website also, because we have built it to post each and every video about Excel in the coming days. So here we have a set of numbers here, and here the headers which we are going to calculate, and set of examples, as you can also say. And here we're going to play with the dates, and we're going to play with the values. So what does round function means? Let's just type it out, the function. As I have said in multiple times, that any function you want to understand, just type that function out. There you gonna understand what does it do, and from there you may resolve your half of your queries. So here, when I just enter the round up function, it says round a number up away from 0. So that's the difference between round up and the round down, which we are going to cover in the next video. So I'm not going to dive deep into that function, just covering up a round up function. So as it says, it just move up or away from 0. So what does it mean? So in the first part we have a header which is 3 decimal. Okay, in the first part we are going to round a number up to 3 decimal places. So if you want to round up a number to 3 decimal places away from 0, then you can use roundup function. So hope you understand the theoretical knowledge until now, which I have represented using this particular model. So now let's just work a practical example here. So in the first argument, it has a number. Where is the number? Number is here. Okay, so you don't need to make it an absolute, because we are going to apply it horizontally, so you don't need that. And in the next part it says num digit or number of digit. So if we are going to round a number up to 3 decimal places, so we need to enter 3 here, so it will round a number up to 3 decimal places away from 0. Okay, so let's just see what answer it gives. So it gives 46.038 here. So it just round a number up away from 0. So if you have just done it with the help of round function, so you may able to understand the difference. So it just round 46.037 and it has round 46.038. so it round a number away from 0, so that's why it just converted to 38 here, not 37. So hope you understand how this round up function works, because as name suggests, round up, it always run away from 0. That's how you can memorize it, right? And if you apply to all, so you get your answers here. So wherever you see like 6770, so it just round away from 0, so it will be round up to 678 here. So if we apply it to round function, so it will just revert back 677. So hope you understand the difference between the round up and the round function. So we will find the difference between round up and round down, which we are going to cover in the next video. So stay tuned to this channel and you should subscribe to it. So in the same way, this is also a very straightforward example. If we want to find a round up to 2 decimal places, then you can easily do it with the help of round up. Just select the number, select the second, because we are going to round up to 2 decimal places. So there you go, there you get the answer here, 46.04 and 94 is fine. Let's see if it has a less than 5 number. Yes, so here it has a 38.78 and 0. If you have applied round function to it, it will just revert back 38.78, but here it run away from 0, as we have memorized it, so it will just add a one number to it, so it revert back us with 38.79. so here we have done. Let's just give it a color. And in the next part is one decimal. So hope you understand the function until now. So next part will be a exercise for you. Just pause the video right now and do it yourself, this example, without taking any help from the web, obviously. And I will resolve it after 2 seconds. Just pause this video and do it yourself. Let's find out if you have understand this formula or not. Okay, so now we are going to resolve it, and I hope you have completed this part alone and you can skip it using the timeline. So here it's very straightforward, like we have done previously. So if we want to find the round up to a one decimal value, so we can just apply a 1 in number of digits. So just apply to all. There you go. And if we apply round function to this value, so it will just revert back minus 46, because the 3 is less than 5, so it will not run away from 0. So here we have got minus 46.1. so hope you understand until now how does this function works. Okay, so in the next part we are going to cover how to round a number or a value to nearest integer. So in the nearest integer, as we have covered in the round function, we use a 0 value in number of digits. So why we have used it and how we can use it, and why these questions we have already covered in the previous videos. So you should watch that round function video to understand it better. So I'm not going to dive deep into it because I have already covered it. So if you know by now, so you may know how it works, right? So let's just type out the roundup here, and in the number part we just need to select this number, and to the nearest integer we use a number 0, as we have covered in our round function example. So just type it out. So here we have got minus 47, and if we have applied a round function here, we must have got minus 46, right? And in the same way we just apply to all. So you may know all these values which we have here is converted to a nearest integer. So hope you understand how you can round up a value to a nearest integer away from 0, which is round up function. And in the same way for the nearest 100, just type of round up again, and for the nearest 10 value, sorry, it was nearest 10 by mistake. So for the nearest 10 value we need to select a number here, and for the nearest 10, so we have covered the 0 to the nearest integer, and to the nearest 10 we just add minus 1 here and close down the parenthesis, and there you got it. Minus 46 is converted to minus 50 here, and if we apply to all, here you can see 14.677 is converted to 20. Why? Because it round up a value to nearest 10 away from 0. So that's why you have applied the roundup function. If we have applied the round function, it may have revert back us to the number 10. So hope you understand by now how does roundup function works and where you can use it, right? And in the same way, the nearest 100, I just give it to you. Stop this video and do it yourself, and I hope you will resolve it easily by using the next nearest 100 using roundup function. Okay, so let's just calculate it. Enter roundup function. Here's the number we need to select and number of digit, and for the nearest 100, which is the multiple of 10 into 10, and the next, so we will just apply minus 2, and for the nearest 1000 minus 3, and nearest 10,000 it will be minus 4. So hope you understand how you can use these num digit operators to find the nearest 110 or integer values. So there you go. So it says minus 100. So I think all the values will be reverted to minus 100 here, or 100. Yes. So that's how you can round up a value to nearest 100 away from 0. So in the next part, we are going to round a negative number up to the nearest integer, obviously away from 0, right? Because we are learning roundup function. So to round a negative number up to the nearest integer, we have a simple formula which we have already covered in this particular example. So if you have a negative values, like in here we have a minus 46 point something and minus 75 something, then you just need to select that value, and in the number of digits, as we are covered in the nearest integer part, just put the 0 here, and there you go, you will get the nearest integer. So hope you understand how you can use roundup function in this set of examples. So here we have covered the decimal part, nearest integer part, and also we have played with the negative numbers also. And the next part, we are going to play with the dates with the help of roundup function. So in this example, we need to find a quarter from the date. So we have a set of dates here. So if you have a different region, if you are downloading from the different region, if these dates are causing you any issues, you need to select this particular dates here, because there are different formats from different region. So you just need to right click on it, click on format cells, and in the date format you can choose your own date format using this particular dialog box. Okay, and just click OK. It will just resolve that issue. So moving back to our example, here we need to find a quarter from the date. So to find a quarter from the date, first we need to find month number from this particular date, right? And to find the month number, which function we use the month function, as it's very straightforward. And if you want to dig deep into this particular function, you can find the video on our website, which is exceltutorial.net. So there you go. So it says the month number is 1 here, and if we apply to all, it also says these set of number. Okay, so to find a quarter, as we know there are 12 months here and here, and to find a quarter we have a 4 quarters, right? And to find the 4 quarter number, we have to divide 12 by which number? We need to divide by 3 number, right, to find all the quarter numbers. So first just divide by 3 here, and let's see what answer we get. We are just getting this messed up answer. You just need to format this cell and go to the number here and click OK. So here you get your number into the decimal part. So here, as you can see, we have 0.33. Of course this value is in first quarter, so first quarter will be first to 3, right? And here we have a 2.33, so obviously it lies in the third quarter. And likewise here we have a 2.67, it also lies in the third quarter. Okay, because it's greater than second quarter, so it lies in the third quarter. So which function we need to just convert these number to the next integer away from 0, which will be the roundup function, right? And now we need to just wrap this particular example with the roundup. So we got the number here, and in the number of digits we just need to enter 0. Why? Because we are going to round this value to the nearest integer away from 0. Okay, so let's just put like this and apply to all. So there you go. So it does lies in the third quarter, which is fine. It also lies in the third, which is fine. And this particular month is in December, so it lies in the fourth quarter, which is also fine. And now if we want to get rid of these decimals, you just right click on it and format cell, and there you go. Just get rid of this by using this decimal places to 0, and there you go. So you have found the quarter from the date using the roundup function and the month function, and little bit of understanding. So hope you understand this by now, how to play with the dates using the roundup function in Excel. So now we are going to create a game using roundup function. I know it may sound very weird here, but yes. So in this particular example, we are going to count with repeating values. What does it mean? It means a value is 1, and here I want to count all the values with the added 1 number, like 1 2 3 4 5 6, and with the 2 we going to count the repeating values like 1 1 2 2 3 3 and so on. And with the repeating value of 3, we are going to count 1 1 to the 3 and 2 2 to the 3 times and 3 also into 3 times. So how we can accomplish that? To count with the repeating numbers, for example, we have covered 1 1 1 and 2 2 2 using these particular values. You can use the formula based on roundup function with the help of either row or column function. Okay, how we can do that? First, let's just type our column, because I want to put these repeating values to the column here. And if you have a headers like 1 2 3, you can also do that with the help of row function here. So here we have a column which I don't want to add any reference to it, so it just go blank here, and I want to start straight up from this particular column. So, and to denote this column, which is the second column, we need to subtract a number, because this is gonna tell the offset value to the roundup function and where to start it. So here we have a second column here, and we want to apply that as the first column to start with. Then we just need to enter a -1. And if you're starting on the C column here, and you need to add a -2 to it to start it to first column. Why? Because it will be denoted as third column, and to revert back to the first, you need to subtract one more, which will be the -2 here, right? And now we are going to divide this by the number of repeating values. Okay, so we have got the column and we have got the starting part, and to repeat it we need to apply the repeating value, which will be this. So now we need to make it an absolute column, which will be the A. You just need to press A until this absolute sign will be in front of A here. Okay, and the next part, now we have got our number here. We need to wrap this up using roundup function. Here we got the roundup function, so we got a number argument here, and now for the number of digits we just make it to be nearest integer, so we just apply the 0 here and now close it down. There we go. So you have got the first number as of 1. Now see the magic, and if we apply it to this particular columns, so you are saying this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. It's not repeating. Why? Because our repeating value is A19, which is 1, so it won't get repeated. But if we apply to the next, so it first say 1 1 is absolutely fine, and if you apply to all, as you can see, 1 is repeated 2 times and 2 is repeated 2 times, and so on. And if we apply to all these numbers, so you will see the repetition. So there you go, 3 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3. And if we apply this, so as you can find, 4 times 1, 4 times 2, and if you apply this to the next 3, so you can find the 4 times 3 here. I know this is very stupid example. I just want to play it with this particular function so that you may understand how this roundup function works with the different types of examples. So I hope you understand this function in detail, and if you have, then please click the like button, because it will boost our confidence and boost our morale to post more and more videos for you. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, please do it, because it will help us to go over the bar and do something new for you in upcoming future. And if you want to share this video to your colleague, friend, or your social media handles, then you can use the share button. So see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.